Hey, check it out, everybody. Another episode of Art Thinking Out Loud Live Common Sense Analytics. Y'all know it's the middle of December. That typo. Middle of January. My bad. I don't know why the hell I just thought about December. But what we're looking at is we're on the cusp of what they're calling a Siberian style Arctic storm, where here in the area of Cincinnati, we're expected anywhere between 8 inches and a foot. I'm about to let one of our local newscasters let you know what's going on. Check this out.
The winter weather moving in. Let's get right on over to our chief meteorologist, Kevin Robinson. I know that family's hoping they can get a flight out of here early Saturday. When do you think the snow and possibly sleet start to move in?
The snow looks like it's going to move in primarily Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Boy, this looks like a big storm. Regardless of whether we see all snow, a mix, there's going to be a lot out there, and it's going to have a huge impact on travel this weekend. I don't think there's going to be much travel, honestly, Saturday night through probably Monday, given the scope of this winter storm. Let's start first with what's going to happen with the bitter cold that slides in here. This is pure Arctic air. As we're talking about, temperatures will be in the single digits Saturday morning. This is before we even begin to see any snow. And when you know it's that cold, the road is going to be, ground is going to be readily, receptive of anything that falls to it. So everything that falls sticks and it's going to stay here for a while. All right, there's your snow timing there. The only unknown is if we can get any warm air in here, and would that impact us by giving us more of a snow sleet mix versus pure snow? Some of the indications tonight are not allowing that warm air to come in here. So either way, I think this is a big storm for the Ohio Valley. All right, Arctic air arrives Friday. Wintry weather begins Saturday, continues through Sunday. In fact, that's the thing. It's not just a one-day event. This is practically a two-day event for us. Afternoon Saturday through Sunday night is what we're looking at here. So there's your winter storm watch. I expect this to be expanded significantly and probably upgraded to a winter storm warning fairly soon, if not probably by tomorrow. And you can see the snow moving in here Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. And again, this is a prolonged winter weather event. So in terms of confidence, I am confident that we are going to see a hefty amount of snow. By that, I think we're easily in the 3 to 6 inch range. If we mix with some sleet, that will keep us out of these higher totals. But as I alluded to, we may not mix with sleet here. And if that's the case, we will certainly get down here into the higher ranges. But for now, let's wait for more data to come in here. We don't want to bounce around with the numbers. But either way you slice it, 3 to 6 is a solid snow for our area and quite impactful, especially when you talk temperatures that are in the teens and single digits. That's going to make it very difficult to keep roads clean in any shape out there. All right, let's talk feels like. The Arctic air, look at this. Friday morning, wind chills start dropping below zero. And in fact, our wind chills stay below zero all day on Friday. That is the scope and the magnitude of the cold that's coming in here preceding this winter storm. Hence the reason why, as you can see, this is going to be an interesting setup for us, to say the least. 38 right now. This may be the mildest we have it for a little while. All right, temperatures tonight may actually inch their way up another couple of degrees here as we await a cool front that will cool us off a little bit by morning. Temperatures will drop down into the upper 20s by the time the sun comes up. But it's quiet tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies out there. We're at 28 by morning. Tomorrow, the high will be here at midnight. As I think during the day tomorrow, temperatures will probably struggle to make it back much above freezing or through the mid-30s, as it will be somewhat of a chilly day. Here's your 7-day forecast. All right, Cherie, this is what we're looking at. There you go. You see the problem there? Anything that gets on the ground this weekend is not going anywhere. And in fact, when you look at numbers that cold, you're talking about life-threatening cold, and you're talking about the fact that anything that's on the ground is going to be here, and that just makes it extremely difficult for travel or to get any type of improvement on road conditions. I think we're in for kind of a little rough ride this weekend.
Yeah, and with that being said, I just wanted y'all to get a little a little look at what the weather is doing, especially around here in the Cincinnati area. That's one of our local newscasters and our local meteorologists letting you know we're guaranteed anywhere between 3 to 6, and that's only if it goes light. If it do some other shit, we could be looking at a foot here. As I told y'all before, bro. Welcome to Cincinnati.